Yo, what's going on, BroTalk Nation, man? It's your boy Eric here, man. And man, we are back on another great episode, man. Another time to be on this platform, give God the glory, give him an honor and all the praise for everything, no matter what, man. And that's a word in itself right there. So if you're tuning in, you just get into our page or you're returning, please like, love, subscribe, share. If you're on YouTube, smash that bell so you can get all the up-to-date videos and all the up-to-date episodes, man. And man, if you missed last week's episode, man, it was a great one. My brother and I brought a special guest on, man, Will. I hate I missed it, but it was great, man. I was tuning in and I was in the comments like, yo, that's, man, it was a word I needed, man. And it was such an amazing episode. So if you haven't had a chance, go back and check that one out, man. And but tonight, man, we finna BroTalk Nation, man. I know y'all think this podcast just be a podcast, but it really be like real life stories going on. And God has a way of bringing a message for it in the midst of storms, in the midst of trials and tribulations, man. And so tonight's gonna be a great one, man. Might get a little real for me, but tonight's gonna be a real one. I'm gonna give y'all what God puts in me. My brother's finna bring forth the word, and it's gonna be great, man. So, bro, what we got for the people, man?
Man, what's up, BroTalk Nation, man? First and foremost, man, thank you to God himself for always putting us on here, being able to do what we do, man. Like E said, man, hey, last episode was fire. You know what I'm saying? My bro was in the chat with us. Shout out to Will, man. We are gonna get him back hopefully here soon, and we're gonna do this all type, like we're gonna have like a platform, man. We're gonna have a whole bunch of guests on and hopefully do like something big for everybody, man. But I'm so looking forward to getting on here and doing what we doing, man. Tonight is about to be good, man. I think it's gonna be a word for not only us, but for you out there to start your week. So yes, please love, like, subscribe, all those good things. But man, let's go ahead and kick this thing off, man. I'm gonna read the verse to y'all, right? Because I really want to hop in the meat and potatoes of this. And I am coming out of Matthew 15, verse 21 through 28, man. And it says, Then Jesus left Galilee and went north to the region of Tyre and Sidon. A Gentile woman who lived there came to him pleading, Have mercy on me, O Lord, son of David, for my daughter is possessed by a demon that torments her severely. But Jesus gave her no reply. Oh, have you ever felt like you've been talking to Jesus and he ain't say nothing back? Not even a word. Then his disciples urged him to send her away. Tell her to go away, they said. She is bothering us with all her begging. Then Jesus said to the woman, I was sent only to help God's lost sheep, the people of Israel. But she came and worshiped him, pleading again, Lord, help me. Jesus responded, It isn't right to take food from the children and throw it to the dogs. She replied, That's true, Lord, but even the dogs are allowed to eat the scraps that fall beneath their master's table. Dear woman, Jesus said, Your faith is great and your request is granted. And her daughter was instantly healed. Listen, bro, this is about to be good. This is about to be fire. And tonight's title is God Help Me in My Weakness. Bro, fire, dog. So listen, bro, this verse is good. And we about to get in here. We about to break down some parts of this verse. we're about to talk about this verse. We're about to have this open, like
Mhm.
transactional, like talk here, man. But I
Yeah.
wanted to start this off, man, because like I'm starting to get back into the gym, right? And
Mhm.
for a while, I had like a group when we was down working in Jacksonville. Shout out my sis Brown and Diaz and Thig Pen. We was at the gym, we was hitting it. And
Mhm.
when I started thinking about the gym, because I was starting to get back in like weight training, um, your workout buddy is important
Mm.
because they are your gym spotters, right?
Mhm.
And if you don't know what a gym spotter is, I want to let you know how important a gym spotter is to your workout, right?
Yeah.
Gym spotting is a technique used to help someone complete a weight training exercise safely and with proper form. It is used
Mhm.
to help someone, in layman's terms, get up weight that they're not usually comfortable with getting up.
Mm.
That's what a gym spotter is, man. To
That's
help
good.
them get up weight that they're not usually comfortable with getting up.
Yeah.
As a gym spotter, bro, there are 4 things you need to know. You gotta know when to help, right?
Mhm.
Like, when is important? When is the person pushing past their comfort zone? When are they getting fatigued? Or when are they becoming weak?
Mm.
A good gym spotter knows these things, right?
That's good. That's
A
good.
good gym spotter's always standing close. They're never too far away from you while lifting what you're not
True.
usually lifting. Oh man.
Mm.
Third, they don't touch the bar. A good gym spotter doesn't lift the bar with you. They shadow with you. The only
Mm.
time they put their hands on the bar is when they notice you can't get up what you're lifting.
Mhm. Damn.
And last and not least, bro, they provide smooth assistance.
Damn.
They're not rugged with it. This got me thinking about this verse, bro. Like for real, for real.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go right
Yeah.
into point one, bro.
Yes,
This
sir.
woman right here, this Gentile woman, she knew her weakness. Verse 22 said, "Have mercy on me." Why did she ask for mercy? Because her daughter is possessed. This
Yeah.
woman knew her weakness. For a lot of us, we don't even know what our weakness is, and we're asking for help. God, pay this bill. God, help me with my marriage. God,
Mhm.
help me with this, help me with that. But what is the weakness that got you asking for God's help? If you asking God,
Mm.
help me pay my bills, is your weakness like handling money? Like
Yeah.
if you're
Yeah.
asking God for help in the marriage, is it your weakness, your tongue? Is it your anger? What is the weakness you're asking for? Because if you don't know your weakness, then you're never gonna get healed.
Mhm. Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this woman came to God for help, but this woman knew her weakness. She knew her
Mhm.
weakness was, hey, my daughter is my weakness. She never asked God to heal her daughter. She said,
Right.
God, have mercy on me.
That's
Why?
right.
Because I'm asking for mercy on me and my weakness, God. I'm the one that's dealing with my daughter. I'm the one that's
Mhm.
up all night and can't sleep. I'm the one that's getting laughed
Yeah.
at by people on the block because my daughter is possessed. It is my household that's going through the hell right now. It is me that's troubled. I'm asking for help in my weakness, bro. Like I had to reread this because
Man.
bro, the Bible got.
So
I
good.
believe Matthew like got like intentional on paying attention. Like she was asking for help in her weakness, not just to heal her daughter. She was
Yeah.
begging for help, dog. Like, bro,
Yeah.
let's. Oh man,
Hey, this man, this scripture and Matthew in itself, bro, because man, Matthew in itself, man, it got y'all got to read it, man. That's all I'm gonna say.
yeah,
Y'all got
yeah,
to read it, and it's gonna speak directly to your heart, like direct line. But the woman is a great example of what we should do, um,
yeah,
when we face with stuff that, like, being possessed, she couldn't handle that. She knows she couldn't. You can't go to CVS and get like some Robitussin to put on some Robitussin for possession.
Ain't
You
no
know what I'm
getting
saying?
around.
You can't go get no ibuprofen for that. You can't put no, you know what I'm saying, rubbing alcohol and some
Yeah, yeah,
Epsom
yeah,
salt on that, man. So she knew that she needed help with something.
yeah,
And a lot of times when we're in situations, before we act emotionally or fleshly, uh, you need to know where to go get your help from, right? She knew who could heal, who could help.
yeah,
So she went to the source,
yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
And this is a great example of when you're going through things in life and you're crying out for help. Like, are you crying out for help to your friends, to your family members, to your your significant other? Like, because sometimes they can't give you the help that you need.
Oh, that's good, bro.
Like, she could have went to the neighborhood doctor.
Mm-hmm.
She could have went to some preachers and pastors in the community. She could have went to friends, family, other people that probably been through it. But instead of that, she went directly to Jesus and asked him, have mercy on me. Help me.
Yeah,
My daughter, help me with the things because my daughter is possessed. So it gotta be something that's dealing with me. So
yeah.
help me. And I think people don't understand what the help me is, right?
Mm,
When she say help me, she's not saying like she's saying help me, help my daughter, but she's saying help me with my mind of where my daughter is.
oh, that's
Help
good.
me, help me with my heart or where my daughter is. Help
Yeah,
me with my emotions of where my daughter is.
yeah, yeah,
Help me with my thinking towards what I want to go do that may not even help my daughter,
yeah.
right? And so that help me is y'all got to understand what that cry is. That help me cry. It's a lot of things inside of that we sometimes we internalize and don't actually go to God with.
That's
Let's
good,
go,
bro.
bro.
Bro, that was so good, man. Like you're talking about that in internal pride, and I think we both agree, man. Like this woman was like begging God for mercy because
Hmm.
she is like her daughter might be possessed, but she is going through troubles just as well.
Hmm.
And she knows that her daughter is her weakness, so
Yeah.
she's asking for strength in that, man.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you type in weakness in your Bible app, man, so many verses come up because I believe like God is speaking in the Bible about weakness because we're all gonna deal with it. We're all gonna be so
Hmm.
weak in moments. We're all gonna need that gym spotter help, right? Like those four things I
Hmm.
just talked about, and there is no better gym spotter than Jesus himself. Like he
Hmm.
knows when to help. He's always close. He don't touch the bar. He's shadowing you. Like, and
Hmm.
it's always a
Yep.
smooth assistance when he's put in. When you insert yourself when you're going through these trials and tribulations, the assistance is rough. You make it
Yeah.
actually work worse than you meant it to be because you're
Hmm.
trying to put you in it. Like you said earlier, bro, there is nothing at CVS that can stop that possession, bro. There is
Mm-mm.
nothing at CVS that can heal your anger, that can heal your depression, that can heal your loneliness. I mean, yes, there are therapists that can help. There is depression like medicine. There are things that can then aid, but if you actually looking
Mm.
for healing,
That's a
there
good
is only
word.
one gym spotter that can provide the support you need in weakness. And
Man.
that is your father, bro. And I
Yes,
wanted
sir.
to read Romans 8:26, and it
Mm.
says, and the Holy Spirit helps us in our weakness. For
Mm.
example, we don't know what God wants us to pray for, but the
Mm.
Holy Spirit prays for us with groanings that cannot be expressed in words.
Mm. Mm-mm.
Like
The
in
advocate.
your thank you, bro. In your weakness, you have an advocate that's always fighting and praying for you because we don't even know what to pray for. because
Man.
we don't even know our real weaknesses. We don't
Mhm.
say them
Mhm.
out loud. Like this
Mhm.
woman came right there and was
Yeah.
like, God, I'm begging.
Yeah.
And she, and I love how she said, have mercy on me.
Man.
Have mercy on me, bro. Like, that is so good, bro. Like, the next part I really wanted to get into, bro,
Yeah.
is
Mhm.
when Jesus gave her no reply, dog.
Man.
Like, and I broke down the note. It says when you get no reply,
Yeah.
because I believe we all had a time where we were in a weak moment. We
Yeah.
prayed to God. We said, God, help me, send down a blessing, send down your rays of healing right now. And
Yeah.
we went into the next day thinking
Yeah.
that we were going to wake up better or the situation was going to get better. And it
Mhm.
actually got worse or remained the same. And we
Mhm.
felt like this woman felt like right now. Jesus gave her no reply. And the
Yeah.
crazy thing, I love how it gave a comma and then it said not even a word.
Mm.
Like,
Man.
you could get a
What do you do?
reply from you, yeah, you can get a reply from Jesus where something's shown, right?
Yeah.
But this said they got no reply, and then there wasn't even a word after that. There wasn't
Yeah.
even you, man. Listen, I don't know who this is for,
Mm.
but you didn't even get a reply, but you didn't even hear Jesus's voice on your situation.
Man.
You didn't even hear Jesus'
Man.
voice on the situation. And on top of that, by not even getting a reply or the word, you got people trying to turn you away from what you were doing by
Mm.
going to God, going to Jesus, and asking for help. It literally
Yeah.
said in here the disciples got tired of her and told her to go away. Like, Jesus, just send her away, man. Like, your people are, there are people around you that's trying to send you away from the route you going. But I love this
Yeah.
woman's attention. She didn't leave. This woman stayed bothering everybody around her, stayed bothering Jesus, saying, hey, nah, I don't care if you didn't give me a word. I don't care if you didn't give me a reply. I'm going to stay on my knees. I'm going to stay crying out to you. I'm going to stay in this mercy right now because I know you got something for me. So,
Mhm.
my question to y'all is, what do you do when you don't even get a reply from Jesus?
Man.
What do you do
Whew.
when you don't even get a word from Jesus? Do you instantly turn away right there and say, you know what? I ain't got a word. So now I'm going to insert me. Now I'm
Mm.
gonna insert somebody else. Now I'm gonna go out and do something that's gonna even listen. I gotta give. I learned something today that I want to share. You know, sin is bad, but the worst part of sin is that it separates us from Jesus.
Mm.
It's not really your act. It's that it separates us from Jesus. It separates you from your gym partner. It separates you from your spotter, right?
Mm.
So now
Mhm.
you get and you go do something on your own, and now you got this weight that you wasn't even supposed to have because you added an extra 45, knowing you can only bench press 140. Now you done added extra weight, and now you done separated yourself from your gym spotter, and now you're struggling.
Mhm.
You're just holding the weight right here, hoping that it don't fall on you. Because
Yeah.
that's all the strength you got because you weak. Bro, like, man, bro, like, this is good, dude.
Man. Bro, that's a great question though, man. Like, what do you do when you pray and you know you internally are struggling?
Yeah.
Your flesh wants to react. Your flesh wants to move. Your flesh is speaking to your head to say, "Hey, we need to go take care of this."
Yeah, big facts, bro.
What do you do? Like that's listen, man. I don't know. I was there recently. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Like hot, open, transparent. Like we don't get no fluff on this podcast,
Yeah,
man.
nah.
And I had to reach out to my brother, man, because I was in that situation. Like
Yeah,
I've been praying and praying, through the situations I'm going through. I'm fighting for custody for my son, going to court, and when I got an answer back from court, it sent me somewhere. It sent me to a dark place, man. And I'm gonna be 100% with y'all. It sent me to a dark place.
Yeah.
And so I'm praying in the midst of looking at the information that I
Yeah.
got, and I asked God, like, yo, like, why? Like, I got to the point where I was in like angrily tears,
Yeah. Yeah.
like God, I don't understand right now. Like, I don't get what you're doing. Help me to see how you see, because I can't right
Oh, that's good,
now.
bro.
And the reason I had to say that is because what I was seeing wasn't God. I wasn't seeing God. I was seeing my flesh. I was seeing things that I could do to take care of it myself.
Yeah.
And many times we talked about that on our podcast. Like, the moment you try to take over because you can't see what God is doing, you don't understand what God is doing, none of it makes sense. And there may be a person in your way that's you feel like is your the opposer, the other side, the team, and they're winning, but they are doing the most evil thing to you.
Yeah.
In your heart and your mind, you're like, God, like, you just gonna let them beat me up, man. Like, you just gonna let this
Big
happen.
fact. Big fact.
And so you're asking these questions, and you're praying, and God ain't saying nothing back.
Mm.
Like, that's hard to anybody that's going through that. I feel you. That is hard.
Yeah.
But I'm here to say, don't move. I know you probably looking for something extravagant. Like, oh, Eric, nah, it's nothing extravagant. God,
Yeah.
God loves a disciplined child.
Yeah.
He doesn't like, there are people that pray every day. They probably are preachers, pastors. They know the Bible back and forth, but they're not disciplined. There's a difference.
Yeah.
And you have to be, this word is teaching us principles and things to put into action.
That's
When
good,
you
bro.
putting things
Application.
into action, yes, application. When you're putting things into action, you're showing discipline.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you, the the judicial system is suck. It's terrible. I just want to let y'all know that it is terrible. Okay, it is. If you're a father in the United States of America, just know all this stuff in court is contract commerce, and they are not in your favor. You need this word to get you
Yeah.
through. Okay, so like, God needs you to be disciplined, because right now you may not see it. Right now it may not look good to you. Right now you may not get the outcome that you want,
Mm-hmm.
but you have to stay disciplined.
Yeah.
That cry that lady said, "Help me, have mercy on me." I'm saying the same. I said the same thing. God, have mercy on me, because what I feel in my heart is wrath.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody's ever mentally been in a place that they felt wrath. Like, I didn't even know that was a thing until the other day, and I'm like, that's the only word I could describe the feeling. But
Yeah.
instead of reacting, instead of acting on my flesh and just carrying out the mission of the enemy, I go to the help.
Yeah.
And sometimes as a community, you can't carry that by yourself.
No, 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 no.
You have to go into prayer. Your family has to go into prayer. Your friends, your prayer circle, the elder of the church, like everybody, like, you need that help. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you can't do it yourself. That lady couldn't do anything about her daughter being possessed, but she knew the one discipline thing to do, and that was, Lord, help me, have
Yeah.
mercy on me. Let's go, bro.
I mean, yeah, I mean, you hit it right. You hit it right. You hit it right there, bro. Like a couple things you said about like application. Like this word is application. You got to apply it to your life, man. Like I love how you just brought up the end. Like this woman couldn't do it by herself. Do not think that this woman did not have a life before this enters right here in the Bible. Like
Hmm.
I am
Yeah.
99% sure that she tried everything before this. So that woman probably went
Hmm.
out and tried tarot cards. She probably made some soup. She probably did the Robitussin and ginger ale, some Vicks vapor rub. This woman probably did everything that she possibly could. She loves
Yeah.
her daughter. She wanted to
Yeah.
see her daughter healed. She did everything. Why not try Jesus? Like, hey man, I heard this man been healing. Hey, I need to get out here, right? Lord have mercy on me. And
Yeah.
she did it. But you said the most important thing. She remained disciplined. Even when Jesus gave her no reply, no word, this woman stayed close to Jesus. She stayed
Mhm.
in the proximity of Jesus. What are you doing when you don't hear
Mm,
Jesus? Are you staying
mm,
in the proximity of Jesus? Are you staying disciplined to be like, I
mhm,
know I haven't heard you today, but I'm going to stay with you tomorrow. Even if I
mhm,
don't hear you tomorrow, I'm going to stay with you after that day.
mhm,
I'm going to stay in this until I finally hear something from you on how I need to get healed, right? Even when
mm,
everybody telling me to move, I'm going to stay in the proximity. The crazy thing is, she said it again, even after Jesus replied to her, right?
mhm,
Jesus said, "Hey, listen, man, I'm only here to help God's lost sheep. That's what I'm here for." Right?
mm,
This woman said, like, "Hey, I hear you. So what I'm gonna do right now is she worship him and she claimed
mhm,
pleading again, Lord, help me." Like
mm,
she wanted God, Jesus to know, help me. I'm submitting everything to you. I know
mhm.
you here to help the lost sheep. All right.
That's
But
right.
I need your help. I'm going to repeat it again. I need your help. Sometimes we get in these situations and we say something to God, and then that's it. That's
Mm,
it. We leave
mm,
it
mm,
right
mm,
there. Like, you know what, God? Like, I'm struggling with pornography.
mhm.
Thank you, God. That be it. And then we go weeks, we go months without even talking to him again, saying, Lord, help me.
Mhm.
Continue to help me. Like we got to start continuing saying, Lord, help me with our struggles. Help me
Yeah.
in my weakness. Because let me tell you something right now. You can go to the gym and you can work on your muscles. And
Mhm,
yes, you will get stronger. And then
mhm,
if your goal was to lift 150 and you work out, you will eventually lift 150. But the
mhm,
day you stop working out, your muscle is going to retract. And the next time you try to lift 150, you're going to need a spotter because you took off from it. You stopped
mhm,
going. This is the
mhm,
same thing with our journey. Yes, you beat pornography today, but what about in 2 months when a trigger goes off and you're struggling again and you haven't been going to Jesus saying, help me in my weakness every
mhm.
single day, every prayer, you haven't been saying it. And when you get in that
Yep.
moment, it's already too late. That's why
Man.
I love this verse because it made me realize that you got to talk about your weakness every single day to God. God, hey, how you doing today? Good morning. Help me with my weakness of pride.
Yeah.
Before I
Yeah.
walk
Yeah.
out of this house, help me with my weakness of pride. God, help me with my struggle of pornography. God, help me with
Mhm.
whatever my struggle is. God, help me. I
Yeah.
know I didn't struggle. I know I didn't do nothing yesterday, but I'm still asking
Mhm.
you for help in my weakness, right? Like,
Yeah.
bro, First Corinthians, the foolish plan of God is wiser than the wisest of humans' plans. And God' weakness is stronger than the greatest human strength. Even when God is so-called weak, it's still stronger than us. Think about that.
Man.
In Jesus' weakest weaknesses moment, he did greatest lifting. On the cross, pierced, hands pierced, he showed the greatest strength. Moses' laws wasn't good enough, so God had to send something stronger. Bro, like, that's what I'm trying to get you to understand. Like, this woman made it emphasis, bro, on help me, God. I know I don't hear you, but help me, bro. Like, I want to get to this third note, and I'm about to shoot it right over to you because this was the funniest part to me of this entire verse, bro. Like, for real.
Yeah.
I gotta read this, right? So after she said, Lord, help me again, Jesus responded, it isn't right to take food from the children and throw it to the dogs. Hey, this is my point. If you're gonna get slick with Jesus, it better be with faith. Because, bro, this woman, I don't know if y'all caught this, but this woman snapped back at Jesus, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. She said, hey, I hear what you're saying, and you're right, that's true. But Lord, even the dogs are allowed to eat the scraps that fall beneath their master's table. It was her faith that got her daughter healed.
Yeah.
It was her faith. She never lost faith.
Yeah.
Jesus gave her something, and she said, hey, I'm going to snap back with faith. Because I know that you're helping the children of Israel. But whatever power you got that falls beneath that, I can eat off of that. This is just like the woman with the 12 years of a problem. Yeah. I don't even need to talk to you. I just got faith. If I touch something of you, I can be healed.
Man.
This woman has so much faith that, listen, you ain't even got to give me a word. You ain't even got to say that my daughter going to be healed. I just need to be in your proximity. And whatever falls from that, if some sweat fall from you and I take it and put it on my daughter, I believe she's healed.
Yeah.
Bruh, that is faith beyond faith. And the crazy thing about it is you can have faith and still be in a weak moment.
Man.
That's what got me. That's what got me, bro.
That's the best time to have faith, man, is in weak moments, man.
That's what got me. Can you be sad and still have faith? Can you be weak and still have faith, bro? Oh my gosh. Let's go, bro.
Hey, that again, bro, that's the best time to have faith, man. When you're upset and angry and you just want to destroy everything. When you're sad and depressed and all hope is lost in your mind from what you see, but you know deep down that God got this. You just can't see it right now. Right. Man. And that was my prayer, man. Like, God, I can't see what you're doing. I just need. And instead of asking for the answer, I said, hey, give me wisdom and understanding to navigate. Like, faith sometimes isn't you having to be the strongest. That's not faith. Sometimes it is, being strong and when you need to, but sometimes faith is being the weakest. And I know that don't sound right to a lot of people, but you lost a loved one. That is not a time to be strong. You need to be weak because you have to grieve, right?
Yeah.
You going through some things at your job and you feeling attacked and all things are against you. Nobody said you had to be strong.
Yeah.
Because even in the Bible it says when you're weak, he will be your strength.
Yeah.
So Psalms 91 says he's your fortress.
Yeah.
I don't know about y'all. If y'all ever played medieval times as kids or watched movies, but a fortress is pretty strong. It's almost, sometimes it's one of the most impenetrable places ever, right, on a battlefield and stuff. So in the midst of being weak, like, listen, it's so, man, God has a word. Listen, that's when God gonna talk to you. Like, And it's crazy enough as it sounds. Sometimes you're too strong to listen to God.
Oh, that's a word right there. That's a
Like,
word, bro.
and I think me and you were talking about this, bro, after one of our podcasts, that when I went through the things I went through when I was stationed in Texas,
Yeah,
going through the process afterwards, I was so strong and I thought I had to be strong
yeah,
that I didn't realize I didn't go through the process.
mm-hmm.
Like it's almost like you got done wrong, but you need to grieve through it. I didn't I didn't embrace the process
Yeah,
because no matter what you're going through, God is taking you through a situation and there's a lesson and an assignment in there. Sometimes you may get the assignment, but not the lesson.
yeah,
Sometimes you may get the lesson, but you miss your assignment.
mm-hmm.
But he has a way of bringing it back to you, and it's called triggers. Like it's going to be something you done went through it so much that, oh, I'm just going to be so tough and strong. But every time something small happens, this one little small thing, it triggers you every time. That's because you didn't properly go through it.
Yeah,
You were so strong that you didn't allow God to minister to your heart and to whatever you needed to get ahead, whatever that was ahead, right?
that's
So
good.
you don't have to be strong, man. Like your strongest moments is you being weak.
That's good.
I know that don't make sense. It don't even look right. What I just said looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger in the gym trying to lift 25 pounds on the bench press and he's struggling. That's what that weakness looks like. Like you could be the biggest dude in the gym. I know I done seen many big dudes in the gym. Up top, they good. What Kevin Hart said, he don't work on his legs that much. The legs are the foundation. See, that's the same thing for you. Up top on the surface level, you are strong. Everybody see your strength. Oh man, nothing phases Eric. He goes through life like ain't nothing wrong. But if I'm not working on my faith down low, my foundation is struggling.
That's
I'm gonna
good.
crumble. Every time a storm is just gonna stack and it's gonna stack on top of each other. I'm gonna crumble at some point.
That's good.
Like I need man, listen, I I've been the strongest for my family through a many of things. But the only time I get the greatest lesson from God is when I'm weak. When I'm crying out to him and I know there is no human being on earth that can help me.
Yeah,
My brother always give me a great word. Sometimes he can't help me.
yeah,
My wife can say every prayer in the world for me. She can send them all up to God directly, hit him on his hotline. She can't help me. God is the one that can send that direct line down and say, "Hey, Eric, I know those people did you wrong, but see, are you going to stay disciplined to me? I need you to forgive them." What? Are you crazy, God? Literally, that's in my mind. That's what I'm saying. God, are you for real right now? You want
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
people that have done me the wrongest, you want me to forgive them? Guess what he said? Not only I want you to forgive them, but 70 times 7.
Yeah.
How many of you are going to stay disciplined to that? Like, truthfully, are you going to forgive them? No, you're not. I know you're not, because I haven't. I still haven't done it. I'll say I'll forgive them, and then I go right back to being angry at them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's true. That's true.
That's just real life. But
That's
until
true.
you, but until you get that real forgiveness in your heart, guess what? You're gonna be stuck where you're at. You're gonna have to have that strength and that. You're gonna have that strength and weakness battle back
Yeah,
and forth, and all it's gonna do is frustrate you. So I'm here to say, hey, stop being strong. It's okay to
that,
be weak.
that's
But if you
good, bro.
but if you're gonna be weak, know where your strength comes from. Let's
That's
go, bro.
good. Bruh, like, hey, we gotta go back on a couple things. Like, I love how you said you could be so strong that you don't hear God, bro. That is like circulating through my head because that is
Yeah.
so correct, man. And I can look back on my life as you said it and look at moments where I was so strong that I didn't hear God give me the tips
Hmm.
that I need, man. Like, and I keep going back to this gym reference, but it's like you got a trainer, like you ask
Hmm.
for the trainer to help you get like strength training, but you're not
Hmm.
listening because you like, bro, I can already lift 25 pounds. But the trainer has you curling 25s, and you like, bro, this is easy money. And he like, hey, you need to go slower. And you just like, nah, I got this. I've been doing this before. Like when we get into the heavy stuff, and the crazy thing is, he's trying to teach you endurance
Man,
so
come
that
on,
you
bro.
can't lift the heavy stuff one time. It's so
Man,
that you can continue lifting the heavy stuff over and over again.
come on, bro.
Because if you ever watch the sports NFL compound, these
Hmm.
guys are lifting 225 to see how many times they can lift it.
Hmm.
And whoever gets the most lift gets a greater score. So
Hmm.
it ain't about who can lift 225. It's how many times can you put it up?
Mm.
How many times in your weakness, when you feeling like you can't go no more, can you continue to push it out? See, these were the things you were learning, not when you was lifting 225. These were the things you learned when you were lifting 100 pounds. How many times can you lift it up? Oh, I know you're
Man,
strong enough to lift it once, but can you
yeah,
keep doing it even when you're getting weak? Even when your
yeah.
muscles are starting to get fatigued, can you continue to lift? So, bro, like when you said that, I'm sitting here thinking, like, man, there are so
Hmm.
many times in my life where I was too strong to hear God. Like
Yeah.
after situations in my marriage, and I was like, nah, I'm good. I hear you,
Hmm.
but right now I'm
Hmm.
too strong. I need to be strong because I don't feel
Hmm.
like hurting right now. Like I
Whoo,
don't,
there
I
you
don't feel
go.
like that.
There
I
you
don't feel
go.
like hurting right now, so I need to be strong. So
Man.
I can't hear you, God. Like I'm
Yeah.
strong, God. Like I'm not crying, I'm not hurting. So everything must be good. I can lift this.
Mm.
But then the days started adding up.
Mm.
And I got the day 28 and was like, I can't lift this no more. And that's what God, bro, like
Yes,
when you said
sir.
that, that's what I
Yes,
got.
sir.
And I had this verse up before you said it, but now it makes it's talking now. It's First Corinthians 15. Our
Hmm.
bodies are buried in brokenness, but they will be raised in glory. Glory. They are
Hmm.
buried in weakness, but they will be raised in strength.
Mm.
Like, bro, everything you said was on point, bro. And it is so good. And it ties back to this woman right now where she is like telling God, help me. But she came back with faith in her weakness.
Hmm.
And in her weakness,
Mm.
God saw her strength.
Man.
And he said, because your faith is strong, your body may be weak, your daughter is instantly healed.
Mm.
And a lot of us are missing our healing because we
Hmm.
are physically strong and we're not shown, and our faith is weak.
Mm.
You the total opposite.
Yep.
God saying, I don't need you to lift the burden. I need
Mm.
you to give me the burden so that your faith can get stronger, so that you
Man.
can get weaker. But we're
Man.
trying to lift the burden and not even
Man.
strengthening our faith. Oh, that's so good. I
Mm.
just got that now.
Mm.
Like you got to do the opposite. Get the weight off of you so your faith can get stronger. Because if not, you just focusing it on the burden.
Yeah.
Let the burden go. You know what I'm saying? So, bro, like, man, that is so good, bro. And man, when you said it, man, it like dawned on me, like, bro, why? like you so many points in my life where I was trying to where I was so strong, I wasn't hearing God. Like my strength was it was too much in the way. Like it was you need to dial that down and like be weak, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you
Y-
said it,
y-
man. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
I forgot the verse it was in, man, where he's talking about like in your weakness, my strength is greater, all those good
Yeah.
things, man. But like I just wanted to go back on that because I felt like that was it was important to me. So
Yeah.
like I
Yeah.
wanted to reiterate that, man, because
Yeah.
you can't be stronger than God. Like we can't, you can't.
There's no way. There's no way.
You can't. And even
Yeah.
if you think you are, you just gonna get in the way of everything, bro. That was good, bro. That was so good.
But hey, you brought up a great point though. And that's why the strength is there. It's because you don't want to hurt.
Mm,
That's that right there is a plague in everybody's life because you don't want to fit. Man, let me tell you, man, it's so good. It's crazy how God works. I was talking to Ash the other day, and we were kind of discussing some things. And God put something on me, and I asked it in a way that it hit me, and I'm like, wow. We were talking about past relationships, and I said, she was like, I don't want to get hurt no more. And I was like, I said, but what if, what I'm saying? What if you getting hurt again? Like, what doesn't matter? You know what I'm saying? I said, look where the past hurt got you to. So what
yeah.
difference would it matter in the future?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So God was saying, you went through pain, but yet I brought you to the blessing. So if you have to go through pain again, what difference would it make? You don't have to be strong. You can feel every emotion and feeling of pain, hurt, sorrow, whatever. But what difference does it matter if God is still going to get you to the blessing?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You probably can't see it right now. You can't feel it, you can't see it, you can't touch it. It don't make sense. It don't look like what it looked like. Your marriage is struggling, your money is funny, but if he brought you through that before, what difference would all that pain feel that you feel? What difference would it make if he's gonna bring you through?
Yeah.
Like this is where your faith kicks in at. See, God can't do work in your life when you up here holding everything up. When you got it.
Yeah. That's
We
good.
talk, man, we talk about this all the time, but I think it's hitting me even more because this image of the gym is like you in there just lifting. You ever seen them dudes that go in there and was like, hey man, hey, we're gonna start at 315 today. And I'm like, man, y'all are crazy. And then I'm over here starting at like 145, 185. And I'm like, dang, I need to get to their level. But usually those are dudes with the little short pterodactyl arms. They form ain't right. You see what I'm saying? They don't look right. They life don't look right.
Yeah.
But see, you staying disciplined to your regimen that your trainer gave you, man, you gonna come out there with a 19 pack and you know what I'm saying, throw you some baby oil on and you're glistening. You know what I'm saying? But you have to stay disciplined to your plan. What difference does the pain? The pain doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You're gonna feel pain. You felt pain before. What difference does it make if he's still gonna get you to the blessing?
Yeah.
Let's go, bro.
I was talking today, man, with some friends, man, and I've said this before on a living
Mhm.
water, but blessing comes out of the brokenness, man.
Mm,
Blessings always come out of the brokenness,
man,
right?
tell you,
Jesus fed the thousands on two broken pieces of bread and a
man,
fish.
so good. It's
Like
so
when he
good.
broke it, a blessing
Yeah,
came out of it, man. In
yeah.
every story in the Bible, brokenness happened, then blessing happened. Like it's gonna come out of that, man. Like and like
Mhm,
you said, man, and like I don't think God intentionally wants us to go through pain, but he knows
mhm,
suffering is gonna happen. Like he
mhm.
said it in the Bible, just being with me, you're gonna suffer.
Mm.
Just saying you love me, people gonna hate you.
Press.
But
Man.
I think the problem, and I'm just talking about relationships. Like the problem
Mm-hmm.
is that we love differently, and
Mm-hmm.
when we love and we get hurt in love, we forget the
Mm-hmm.
real meaning of love,
Mm.
and that's something that nobody wants to be hurt in is and broken in is love. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
you could lose $1 million, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it will hurt and whatever. But if you get your heart broken, that's like the end of the world. But like
Yeah.
you can still be somebody that love money, but if you get your heart broken, it's like
Mm-hmm.
it's different. It's like why? Why, why,
Mm-hmm.
why? And I think we lose the real meaning of unconditional love. Like unconditional love is like Jesus loving Judas. Like Jesus being
Mm.
around the person that he knows is sending him to the cross. Like,
Man. Whew.
I gotta eat with you, I gotta wash your feet, I gotta do
Man.
all of this, and I know you sending me to the cross. He even said when they asked him at the table, Jesus, hey, which one of us is gonna be the one that do it? And Jesus said the one that I think he said the one that dipped the bread or something like that. And then Judas dipped the bread, and they said the spirit of Satan came. Like he knew it. He knew the time, place, and when he was gonna get hurt. For a lot of us, if we knew the time and place when we was gonna get hurt, we would instantly stop it,
Man.
instantly get in the front of it and be like, nope, not going through that pain. Not going through that.
Man.
But Jesus was like, I gotta go through it because out of my brokenness, there's about to be healing on the other side of it. Out of my brokenness, there's about
Man.
to be a blessing out of it. Out of my brokenness, there's about to be salvation and grace out of it. Like, bro, like I don't know. And I'm not speaking for a person that's learned brokenness because I have not. I am
Yeah.
still struggling on forgiving people that's hurt me, forgiving
Tell
people
me.
that's done me wrong. Like I'm still struggling, but I'm opening my eyes and trying to realize on how can I do this better with love and weakness, bro. And I'll end this on this, bro. And hopefully this helps somebody. And it's Paul. Paul is talking to the church of Corinth in Second Corinthians, and he's
Mm-hmm.
talking about this his thorn in his flesh right now.
Mm.
Paul is struggling right now. If y'all don't know, Paul's been beaten, he's been in
Man.
jail, and he's talking about this thorn in his flesh. And he
Man.
said to Jesus, 3 different times I begged for the Lord to take it away. And each time he said, my grace is all you need. My power works best in weakness. So then Paul say, now I'm glad to boast about my weaknesses so that the power
Man.
of Christ can work through me. That's
Mm.
why I take pleasure in my weakness. Man, what?
Mm.
Paul said, I take pleasure in my weakness and in the insults, the hardships, the persecutions, and the troubles that I suffer, not for him, not for
Man.
the world, not for his spouse, not for his kids, but for
Mm. Mm.
Christ. For when I am weak, then I am strong. Listen,
Yeah.
let me help y'all with weakness.
Mm-hmm.
The suffering you going through, if we turn off our mindset that this is for us, that this is
Yeah.
for our marriage, that this is for our spouses,
Mm-hmm.
kids, friends, workmates, all that, and say, you
Yeah.
know what? I'm suffering because I'm in the proximity of Christ.
Mm.
I'm going through these insults and people are talking about me on my job because I'm suffering for Christ. If I
Mm-hmm.
get this view that everything I'm going through is for Christ, then I'm gonna boast about my weaknesses because I know my strength is coming.
Mm.
Bruh.
Hey man, that Paul had to say the coldest thing ever, bro.
Mm.
I take pleasure in my weakness.
What?
Do y'all understand what that means? Like, you ever took pleasure in something? That is a undivided. That is a
It's a sexy word, bro.
yeah. It's
Pleasure.
like the
I
most
take pleasure.
enjoyable
Yes.
moment ever. Like he takes pleasure in his weakness.
That's good, bro.
I don't know about y'all.
That's a bar.
Being weak and man, taking pleasure in weakness for men. I'm gonna talk to the fellas right now. Don't no man want to feel weak. Let's just
Yeah,
be
yeah, yeah.
100 with it.
100. I'm
Don't
100
we
with you.
we are built with this stuff called testosterone in us,
Yep.
and we do not want to be weak.
Big
When
facts.
somebody say
100.
the word, I remember when somebody used to try to call me weak back in the day. It was instantly a fight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you had to prove
Like,
yourself.
yeah, I gotta go DDT you or something. I don't know, something crazy. But to take in this example, what Paul is telling us, because Paul, when he was writing this stuff, he was in prison. And Paul, man, listen, that dude was starving. That dude was hurting. That he went through some things.
Yeah.
But taking pleasure in your weakness, Paul's faith was on 100.
Bro.
Like, like Paul is a great example of taking your weakness and that becoming your strength. Like, he created one of the greatest books in the Bible, man. And for y'all, like, take that weakness. Listen, the switch just hit for me. Take enjoyment in your weakness. I'm gonna do that. I gotta do that because I know I gotta see. I try to focus on my kids and my wife and my family. But Paul said he ain't doing this for nobody else but God.
Man, that
If I get to them gates and the one thing God can say is, hey, I remember that time Eric did that for nobody else but me. How many moments in your life do you have that you can say you have like that?
for her, that's
Like you did that for nobody else but God. For all my believers and true Bible enthusiasts and pastors, preachers, one time, one. Matter of fact, give me a half a time. I ain't even don't need a whole one. Give me a half a time that you did something. It was nothing but for God. And it was one of your weak moments. Because too often in weakness, we are selfish.
oh, that's good. Yes, most definitely.
And the
I
crazy
agree.
part is, I just said it when I told y'all my story and what I was praying for. I was being selfish. Asking God, hey, I don't understand why me.
That's good, bro.
And God said, why not you?
Man,
If
that's good.
if I'm taking you through this stuff, I gave you your son. You gonna give him back to me? I think I remember a great man in the Bible named Abraham who had to do that.
That's good, bro.
And God blessed him when he did it for nobody else but God. He said, look up.
Bro,
Hey, man, I don't think y'all getting this, man.
that's
Hey,
good,
bro,
bro.
this is
That's
crazy.
good. It
I
is,
don't think
man.
y'all getting it, bro.
It is, man. And I'll just end on this note, man, as we're getting close, man. I just like what you was talking
Whew.
about, bro. Paul
Man,
was only in jail because he believed in Jesus.
right.
Like at any moment, he would have been like, "Nah, I don't believe in Jesus." They would have been like, "Okay, you free." But like like, I'm gonna take pleasure in my weakness.
Man,
I'm gonna take pleasure in my suffering, sitting in chains right now, because
man,
in my weakness, I'm gonna get strength. Like, bro, like I don't know,
man.
man. That just became a light to me too, man. I'm gonna take pleasure in my weakness. I'm gonna boast about my weakness. I'm a I'm gonna say what I'm weak in because I want to be like this woman and I want the healing to be instantly.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go to
yeah,
Jesus every morning and say, God, hey,
yeah,
my weakness is this.
yeah,
My weakness is
yeah,
this. But I'm gonna
yeah,
worship you and I'm gonna praise you. Help me,
yeah,
have mercy on me. Just give me grace.
man.
That's it, bro. Like, oh man, this is good, dog.
Man, I don't. I hope y'all got it. Please go read Paul, man. I have a newfound eye-opening moment just now for Paul.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
have you ever had a thorn in you, man? Them things are annoying, bro. They are annoying, especially when they get up under the skin so far that you got to get a needle to get it out. You can't just pull it out. It's just sitting there, and no matter what you do,
yeah,
you
yeah.
feel it. That's I take pleasure in that. That man, no, come on, bro. I need y'all to get I need y'all to get that in y'all spirit this for the rest of your life. Like that right there is good, man. But man, this has been a great one, bro.
Nah, this one been good, bro.
Listen, I don't care what you're going through. I don't care who did it to you. You have to forgive them. That's the weakness. It sounds
Ooh,
weak,
ooh,
but you have to forgive them.
man.
And I'm here to like
Jeez.
speak to your weakness. And know that God is going to do what he does best once you give it away to him, once you forgive. And I'm speaking to me too. Like once you give it to him, once you give him that, because that's your weakness. I know.
Yeah,
You ain't
yeah.
gotta tell me, I know. But once you let it go, he's gonna do amazing things, man. This has been a great one, bro.
Oh yeah, most definitely, man.
I got nothing else.
Me either, bro.
You got nothing else? Hey
Nah,
man, please go back and watch this one. Please
please
go and
do.
read. Please go read Matthew, man. It is, oh my God, it's gonna speak to your soul. Be like the woman. Know where your help comes from.
Yeah, yeah.
Knowing your weakness that you find strength, and have faith in that weakness, man. Have faith because God is gonna make you strong. Telling he's gonna turn it around for you. But until next time, be blessed. We love y'all. Hey man, we out.
Yeah, yeah.